Your hot morning shower is forcing your aging heart to work overtime every single day, and the damage happens silently. No chest pain, no morning, just slow, invisible vascular strain. I'm going to show you 5 temperature shifts that protect your heart, starting with your very next shower. In 2 decades of cardiology practice, I've seen this pattern in thousands of patients. A 2019 study from Hiroshima University confirmed what I'd been observing for years. Shower temperature was directly linked to cardiovascular events in adults over 60. Fix number 4. Your doctor is probably still recommending it. The latest research says it's wrong.
Here's what nobody's telling you about your morning routine. You wake up, blood pressure is already elevated. Your cardiovascular system is in its most vulnerable 90-minute window of the entire day. And the first thing most people over 60 do? Step straight into a scalding hot shower. That's not just uncomfortable, that's thermal shock. And for an aging heart, thermal shock is a direct trigger for vascular strain. Your arteries are like rubber hoses. Young rubber is flexible. It expands and contracts easily. But after 60, those hoses stiffen. When you blast them with extreme heat, they're forced to dilate fast, faster than they're designed to. Your heart has to pump harder to keep up. Your blood pressure spikes. And this happens every single morning before you've eaten a single bite of food. That's the mechanism. And the fix isn't ice-cold water. It's something much simpler. Let's get into it.
Fix number 1. Start here. You can do this tonight or tomorrow morning, whichever comes first. Lower your shower temperature by just 10 degrees Fahrenheit in the final 30 seconds. Not cold, not lukewarm, just 10 degrees cooler than your usual setting for the last half minute before you turn it off. Here's why this works. Your cardiovascular system doesn't hate temperature change. It hates sudden temperature change. The difference between damage and resilience is the speed of the transition. A slow, controlled 10-degree drop in those final 30 seconds begins training your blood vessels to respond gradually, not violently. Think of it like a runway. You don't land a plane by dropping straight down. You glide in slowly. That 30-second cooldown is your landing strip for your heart. Most people can do this starting tomorrow. No special equipment, no new routine. Just turn the dial slightly left before you step out. Do that for 7 days. Your cardiovascular system will already be responding differently. Now, most people assume the temperature itself is the only variable that matters. The next fix is what surprises them most.
Fix number 2. This next one surprises almost everyone I've told it to, including people who already exercise regularly and watch their diet closely. The time of day you shower matters more than the temperature itself. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Your blood pressure follows a rhythm. It rises sharply in the first 60 to 90 minutes after waking. This is called the morning surge. It's normal. It's biological. Your body is preparing for the demands of the day. But during that surge, your heart is already working harder than it will at any other point in the next 24 hours. Stepping into a hot shower during that window, especially within the first 20 minutes of waking, stacks 2 cardiovascular stressors on top of each other. Your morning surge plus thermal shock, simultaneously. A 2011 analysis published in the journal Hypertension found that the majority of adverse cardiac events in older adults occurred in the morning hours, directly correlated with this blood pressure surge window. The fix is straightforward. Wait 45 minutes after waking before you shower. Drink a glass of water first. Let the surge pass its peak, then step in. That single timing shift reduces the cardiovascular load on your heart more than almost any temperature adjustment on its own. When was the last time your doctor asked you what time of day you shower? Most never do, but the timing is half the equation. One of my patients, 68 years old, otherwise healthy, was experiencing irregular heart rhythm episodes every few weeks. We couldn't pin it down. Then I asked him about his morning routine. He was showering within 10 minutes of waking, every single day, water as hot as it would go. We shifted the timing, the episode stopped. That's not a coincidence. That's cardiovascular timing. Now here's where it gets deeper, because there's a specific 90-minute window inside that morning surge that most people have never heard of, and it changes everything. Fix number 3. I've never heard another channel talk about this one, and I almost didn't include it because it sounds overly technical. But once you understand it, you'll never think about your morning routine the same way. Your blood pressure doesn't just surge in the morning, it peaks, then begins to stabilize. That stabilization window, roughly 60 to 90 minutes after waking, is when your cardiovascular system is most prepared to handle a temperature transition without strain. Cardiologists call this the post-surge recovery phase. Your vessels have already dilated to meet the morning demand, your heart rate has found its rhythm, your cortisol is past its sharpest spike. This is your shower window. Not 10 minutes after waking, not 2 hours after waking when your system has fully reset and a hot shower triggers a secondary stress response, right inside that 60 to 90-minute post-surge zone. Research from the American Journal of Hypertension supports this. Patients who performed cardiovascular stressors inside the post-surge window showed significantly lower blood pressure reactivity compared to those who did the same activity immediately upon waking. So here's your new morning architecture. Wake up, drink water, move gently for 10 to 15 minutes, a short walk, light stretching. Let 60 minutes pass, then shower, using the temperature technique from Fix 1. That sequence works with your cardiovascular rhythm instead of against it. Remember the vascular strain from the mechanism I described earlier? This is how you eliminate most of it before you ever turn on the tap. Tonight, look at your morning schedule. Identify the 60-minute mark after you typically wake. That's your new shower time. What happens before bed, though? That's where most people are unknowingly doing the most damage. And what I'm about to tell you goes directly against what most doctors still recommend.
Fix number 4. If you only lock in one thing from this entire video, make it this, because it contradicts standard advice that is still being given in clinics today. Warm showers before bed are damaging your heart's overnight recovery. Here's what nobody's telling you about sleep and cardiovascular health. Your heart does its most important repair work between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. During deep sleep, your blood pressure drops by 10 to 20%. This is called nocturnal dipping. It is not optional. It is one of the primary mechanisms by which your cardiovascular system recovers from the day's stress. For nocturnal dipping to happen properly, your core body temperature must drop. That drop is what signals your nervous system to shift into deep sleep and allow blood pressure to fall. Now here's the problem. A warm shower 20 to 30 minutes before bed, which many doctors still recommend for relaxation, temporarily raises your core temperature. If that temperature hasn't fully normalized by the time you fall asleep, it delays or reduces nocturnal dipping. A 2019 meta-analysis in Sleep Medicine Reviews, covering 17 studies, found that body temperature during sleep onset was directly linked to the depth of cardiovascular recovery during the night. Disrupting that temperature curve disrupted the recovery. I tell my own family this: stop the warm pre-bed shower. If you want to shower at night, do it 90 minutes before bed, not 20. That gives your core temperature time to drop naturally before you fall asleep. Or shift your shower entirely to the morning window from Fix 3. That alone removes the nocturnal disruption completely. This is the part that changes everything, because you can do everything else right and still undermine your heart's overnight repair if the timing of your evening shower is off. Pause this video right now. Check what time you typically shower at night. If it's within 45 minutes of when you fall asleep, that's your first fix to make. Everything we've covered so far, the temperature drop, the morning timing, the post-surge window, the nocturnal dipping, it all leads to this final protocol. This is the one I use myself.
Fix number 5. This is the one I personally do every single day, and once you try it, you'll understand why. This is the 3-stage thermal transition protocol. It combines everything we've covered into one structured shower sequence that your cardiovascular system can handle without strain at any age. Here's how it works. Stage 1. You enter the shower at a warm but not hot temperature. Aim for around 98 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, close to body temperature. This is not a dramatic change from your baseline. Your blood vessels don't need to work hard. Your heart rate stays stable. Spend the first 3 minutes here. This is your cardiovascular entry point. Stage 2. After 3 minutes, increase the temperature by no more than 5 to 8 degrees. You'll feel it, slightly warmer, never scalding. This gentle increase encourages healthy vasodilation. Your blood vessels expand slowly and deliberately. Your circulation improves. Your muscles relax. Spend 4 to 6 minutes here. This is your therapeutic window. Stage 3. In the final 60 seconds, bring the temperature back down. past your entry point, to cool but not cold. Aim for 85 to 90 degrees. This controlled cool down triggers what researchers call the vascular rebound effect. Your vessels contract gently, your heart rate steadies, your blood pressure normalizes. You step out of the shower with your cardiovascular system more stable than when you stepped in. Let's try this together right now. Sit up straight where you are. Take a slow breath in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 2, out through your mouth for 6. That rhythm, that control transition, is what the 3-stage protocol does for your blood vessels. In, hold, out. Gradual, deliberate, never shocked. That's the protocol. 3 stages. Entry at body temperature, gentle therapeutic rise, controlled cool down. Total time 8 to 10 minutes. You may want to save this video for this part. The exact temperatures and timing are worth coming back to when you're standing at the shower dial. A 2021 review in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology found that structured thermal transitions, gradual entry, controlled variation, and active cooldown were associated with measurably lower cardiovascular reactivity in adults over 65 compared to fixed temperature showering. This is what cardiologists do for their own cardiovascular health, but it rarely makes it into the standard patient conversation. If you want more of this exact kind of thing where I walk you through a specific protocol step by step, subscribe. I'll show up every week.
Let's recap. Fix 1. Lower your temperature 10 degrees in the final 30 seconds, every shower, starting tomorrow. Fix 2. Wait 45 minutes after waking before you step in. Time it past your morning blood pressure surge. Fix 3. Shower inside the 60 to 90 minute post-surge window. Work with your cardiovascular rhythm. Fix 4. Stop warm showers within 45 minutes of sleep. Protect your heart's overnight recovery. Fix 5. Use the 3-stage thermal transition protocol. Entry at body temperature, gentle rise, controlled cool down. Which one of these surprised you most? Tell me in the comments. I read everyone. Save this video. You're going to want to come back to that protocol in Fix 5 when you're standing at the shower dial. Your cardiovascular system is now set up to handle every shower without strain. But there's one hormone that can override all of it, and most people over 60 have no idea their levels are off. I made a video on how to identify it and reset it naturally. Watch it next.